Today I'm talking about 3 Parker Posey films from the 90s. And the names of those 3 films are The Daytrippers, Party Girl, and Kicking and Screaming. First up is The Daytrippers. This is a 1997 film starring Hope Davis, Stanley Tucci, Parker Posey of course, Lee Shriver, and the basic premise is Hope Davis has been married to Stanley Tucci for several years now, but then one day she finds this suspicious looking note and she doesn't know what to make of it. So her and her family decide to take a trip into New York City to check in on her husband to see what is up. So it's basically just like a road trip movie, but it's really, really good. I was a little afraid that it was primarily going to focus just on the cheating husband story, and that is the central focus and just like the connective tissue for the whole thing, but they do a really, really good job of having a story between each of the characters and balancing them all really, really well. Like Parker Posey and Lee Shriver are dating, and I was thinking they were just going to kind of get pushed to the side, but no, they have a good solid amount of story between them, and there's also story between the boyfriend and the mom, and then there's also like story with the mom and the older sister, and the story between the sisters. The dad kind of gets the least amount of story, but I think that's intentional and that's the correct choice, just because he kind of plays more of like the silent dad who wants to say stuff, but he never learned how to properly express his emotions, so he just doesn't know how to say stuff. He still gets his nice moment to shine. Actually, a couple nice moments I really truly loved. And Stanley Tucci's not in this movie a ton, which I kind of figured considering that they're chasing after him, but when he does pop up, he's great. And he, I will say too, he has a little dance number. He's at a party and he dances, and it's very Stanley Tucci, and I love it a lot. The movie is just, it's really good, great writing, great cinematography and direction. It's just all around wonderful. So yeah, so I really enjoyed this film and would totally recommend it. It's a really great, really solid film that's worth a watch. Next up is Party Girl. This is a 1995 film, and holy shit is it super 1995, and I love that a lot. So the basic premise is Posey plays this woman in her young 20s who doesn't know what to do with her life, and she is just really aimless and directionless, but thankfully she has a godmother who is trying to help her out as best she can, but she's not a mother, and she also, you know, has her own issues. And it's pretty damn great. First off, I love the movie's style. Like I said, it's very hardcore 90s, but like it knows what its style is and just goes with it wholeheartedly. And the best way to describe it is just to look at Parker Posey's costumes throughout the film, because her style is incredible and it's very indicative of what the whole film is. Hopefully I can find lots of photos, because all of her outfits are 10 out of 10 incredible. Like, they're the best part of the movie, without a doubt. And if you disagree, you're wrong. Get a better sense of fashion. So yes. I will say though, it did take me a bit to get into it, and that was just because the movie was a bit directionless in the beginning, but that was done intentionally so because the character, especially in the beginning, was very directionless. So it makes sense and understand it. It just was a hurdle I needed to get over, and when I did, I really enjoyed it. I will say though, I don't think this movie is for everyone, but I do believe there's a niche that crazy loves this film, because it's so great and so amazing, and I would recommend it, just kind of cautiously, because it's not for everyone, because it is silly and ridiculous, but it is definitely a good movie if you think it is going to be your vibe. And lastly is Kicking and Screaming. This is a 1995 film, and it is actually Noah Baumbach's directorial debut. I believe he was 25 when he made this, and holy shit, is this movie fucking pretentious. Like, god damn. If you want to know what a pretentious movie looks like, look no further. This is like the textbook definition of pretentious filmmaking. But it's good. It's good. It's fine. The basic premise is there's a group of guys who just graduated college, and they don't know what to do with their lives now that college is done. They kind of just want to go back and relive the glory days of 3 months ago. And it's definitely good. The story was definitely good and interesting. The characters were interesting. I could definitely relate to it a lot. It's just, you know, pretentious as And like, Noah does this thing several times throughout the movie where he has characters within the film say criticisms of the film as it's happening. Like, one recurring one is that he has characters tell the main group of boys that they all sound the same. And it's like, no, you can't do that, Noah. You can't just have your criticisms of the film in the film to like hand wave away the criticism. That's not how that works. There's still faults within the film. Fucking A, dude. It's good though. It's definitely good. And it's a very Noah Baumbach film. Like, he has his style nailed down immediately. So would I recommend it? Yeah, especially if you like Noah Baumbach. Like, this is a must watch. It's a good film. But yeah, no, so it's good. And if you think you can handle really pretentious noise, give this movie a watch, because it's good and worthwhile. Alrighty, now for today's rankings. First up, we got the Daytrippers sitting at number 39 in the really like section. And then after that is Party Girl sitting at number 58 in the quite like section. And then bringing up the rear, not too terribly far behind, is Kicking and Screaming sitting at number 62, also in the quite like section. And this is out of a total of 99 old movies so far this year.